Anyway, enough about the economy. Hi! Good morning, good afternoon, and evening. It's Diana. How's it going? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Or for those of you who are overseas, it is probably technically Saturday, so happy Saturday. I know we have some moonbeams from like Singapore and Philippines, so for you guys it is proper Saturday. For those of you in Europe, it's like midnight Saturday. How is one of my favorite individuals doing today? Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Oh my god, today it wasn't a terrible day, just one of those days where it's like every little thing feels like it's gone wrong. Like I ended up only working half a day today because when I woke up, I was like, I had all the symptoms of like the pre-migraine, so I was like, I'm gonna take my meds. And I preemptively emailed my boss going, look, I've got the symptoms for migraine, I'm taking meds, so I should be able to get into work, but I might be late because sometimes the meds make me fall asleep again. And it's like, 6:15 a.m. or something like that. And sure enough, I wake up. Next thing I know, I wake up and it's 10 a.m. And I'm like, well, alright. Here we go again. And then when I was getting ready, I rushed. So I didn't do my makeup until I actually got to the apothecary. And oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't able to do my makeup until I got to the apothecary. And then while I was doing my makeup, I dropped my mascara onto my white shirt. RIP. I know a lot of y'all don't do makeup, but those of you who do, you know how bad makeup stains can be. So fun fact, I learned this out of desperation. Dawn dish soap is incredible. It got the stains out of my white shirt. Just like one little drop with some cold water and a lot of scrubbing, and it came out. I was like, damn, I'm impressed. Like, we've probably all seen those commercials for Dawn dish soap where they're like, oh yeah, it's gentle and powerful. Look at us use this to get oil off these wildlife like creatures that got stuck in an oil spill. Somehow I did not think it would work on fabric and makeup. Probably don't want to use it for everything. Because the spot on my dress where I used it is now like, it's not discolored, but you could tell where the stain was. And so I'm like, yeah, like, don't, if you're at home, don't use that in place of, actual laundry products meant for your clothes. Just in case, it causes some kind of discoloration or something. But that was pretty handy in a pinch. I was like, damn. Like, Iduna, bestie, did you know this? She's like, I did not. That's crazy. Dawn dish soap is powerful. It sure is. I forgot Dee does makeup. I do. I like makeup. I don't. For me, it's like 50-50 kind of thing. I like doing makeup, but if I don't have the time, I won't force myself to, I'm not, it's like society is like, women must not be seen without makeup. And I'm like, nah, fam. It's like, if I don't have it in me to do makeup, it's like some days you're lucky. Some days you're lucky I even got dressed properly. you know. Also, Diana, yes, Ranger. But yeah. So other than that, day was good. It's been almost 12 weeks? Oh, shit. I didn't realize it'd been that long. See, sometimes you just gotta tell me. Soon. I've been counting every single week. Uh-oh. Okay. Hang on. Because I made a document keeping track of all the games that are in progress. But I can't always remember everything, so I did not put Deltarune on there. So there you go. And it's been 12 weeks, he said. So, August, July, June. Okay. I'm trying to plow through games that we've had ongoing for more than 6 months. Deltarune is nearly there, so it will soon get some extra priority. But also, based on what I looked up, Atelier Yumiya's almost done. So that'll free up space in the schedule for other stuff. Yeah, because it's like, I googled the amount of hours, and some people are like, just for the main story campaign, it's like 30-something, and we're at 20 hours. So like a few more streams of it. Please, Deltarune, oh god. Not the guilt. Yeah, I'd say a good 30 to 40. Okay, so yeah, a couple longer streams will just about do it, more or less. No worries. So yeah, soon. Might need to alchemize some strong stuff like I forgot to my entire run up to the final boss. Oops. I mean, I have been alchemizing some stuff. Periodically, I'll go and make and like learn every recipe that like just recently got unlocked. So I mean, we don't have like, you know, A-grade weapons or anything like that, but I've been at least unlocking everything, so we're not gonna have to go through that. But alchemy and periodic in the same sentence. She has my life. It wasn't even in the sense of periodic table of elements, but hey, it works. Incredible! See, this is what they call streamer brain. Sometimes you don't even realize what you're saying. Once in a blue moon, you guys were like, Diana, what you just said was genius. I'm like, what did I just say? And this is how you know, like, the times where someone lets like as a streamer, lets something slip or nearly slip, and they stop themselves because it's bad. It's like, you just say that normally, don't you? Because for it to just come out of your mouth without you thinking, it's a habit, you know? Alright, let's see here. Game. Yeah. It's Friday night, so if I have the energy to go longer, I might. But we'll see. Like, you know, I've actually been sleeping well the past few days, so I've got more energy, but you never know. You never know. Alrighty. Here we go. Start of a new case. And from what I looked up just briefly while preparing and like trying to figure out the title, we get to play as Edgeworth's dad. We get to go see old Gregory Edgeworth. We never really got to know much about him because for those of you who don't remember, Gregory Edgeworth is Miles' dad. He was a defense attorney and he got murdered. And that was like this, and that was explored in one of the cases in the first game. Because, Edgeworth's father was murdered in what was called the DL6 incident. And then one of the cases in the first game, the defense attorney for the accused of the DL6 incident ends up getting murdered just shy of, the 15-year anniversary. So, like, right before the statute of limitations on the case was gonna wrap up. So, like, yeah, all we really ever saw of Gregory Edgeworth was, like, you know, a couple still frames and, like, flashbacks. Chippy Dokey plushie. Ooh, nice. The gremlin. I like how pink VTubers fall into two categories. They're comfy, or they're just absolute menaces to society. And sometimes, like, you get some that are kind of, like, in the middle, but, like, yeah, there's only two spectrums, really. Cannot say it better myself. So true, right? I have two sides. Ah! One's running on the ceiling on one drop of caffeine, and the other's always eepy. Alright, episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. Your 3 p.m. cake extravaganza.
Samson
And Judy's Bake and Bow.
Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Oh, he's actually sinning. Laugh, sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Now let's see what we've got for you. That guy's hair is incredible. It's cookie time. Are you ready to make something special together? I guess not. Wow. Talk about a blast from the past. Oh my god, Eddie! Look at him! He's so little. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Look at this guy with his frickin' boat hat. He looks so baby, right? I mean, sure, it was 18 years ago, but it's like, ah! Yeah, there's a lot of pink VTubers out there, and there's a lot of pink cats as well. I love that though, because last time, I remember last time there was like someone getting really pissy and saying so and so copied my design, whatever. All the pink cat VTubers are like, "Hey, fellow pink cats, I love you. You're doing a great job." Because originally, when I was, you said this before, I think so, but it's true. Because, I mean, you, like, everything's the same ish shade of pink. And I mean, when I was first getting DD 2.0 designed, I originally asked for, like, closer to hot pink, like Raora pink hair. And it didn't look quite right. And I'm like, I'm starting to see why everyone has the pastel pink. Everything else just like, it's hard to color balance it, you know? You just like pink, Ranger. You know what you like. We respect that. Oh my god, Zodiac Hall. Uh-oh. Ranger's gonna crash out. Dude's got a house based on astrology. My personal fave, you think is purple? Purple's wonderful as well. I think out of the VTubers that are my Oshis, the second most popular color is purple. I didn't notice till you said it. Yeah, it's called Zodiac House, so I was like, oh. Yes! Okayu is purple. Ina is purple. Bibo is purple. Who else purple? There was no one in Council / Promise that was purple, technically. Spooky! Spooky is also purple, yes. Well, yeah, she's more white or silver, but if you... So generally, corporate VTubers, they tend to each have, like, a signature color. And for Bibu, it's purple. Like, Narissa is blue, Bibo is purple. Shiori is technically, like, I think the white / silver. And then Formoko are blue and pink. We love Advent. So perhaps one day we will have a purplish Diana. Maybe like, you know, we had talked to Purple Dee. Yeah, like, or like at least a more of a tint, because I already see the vision, right? Remember we had talked about at some point, like, what if there is a DD model where it's like, instead of me... Because remember, like, in my lore, I'm looking for my master who disappeared. So we had brainstormed. I'm like, what if there's a version of DD who finds out that her master is dead, and, like, she kind of has, like... She kind of gets, like, evilish, corrupted kind of thing. That could be Purple DD. Ranger! Or sorry, Forgotten Guy, hello! Low-key thought of that too? Excellent. I will put it on the mood / design board. Don't even think I heard you say it though? Oh, I know we had it. We discussed it in some stream ages ago, but yeah. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Seemed like a perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of Starstein stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy. I'm just joking. Ranger is literally gonna crash out. Look, Edgeworth is with you. Clearly he thinks this is all garbage as well. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? The old man's last case? You're kind of calm right now? Oh, good. Of course. He can't really piss you off right now. Well, that's good. Just because the last time I casually mentioned this stuff, you were ready for a fight. Of course, Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. You were bored that day? You started a fight because you were bored? My god. You're just like my father. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite. See? I was also present at that trial all those years ago. Although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. I mean, Gregory Edgeworth was pretty cool looking. He's got a bit of a Clark Kent vibe to him. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. And opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite the case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too? You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Not only was he in the courtroom, he was in the elevator where he was murdered. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I want you to know something, see? That being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. This was back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. Oh my god, and he's got the striped shirt. He really... he's really got a vibe going on. 18 years ago. December 24th, 5 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Oh my god, it's a pink striped shirt! Oh my god! Incredible. It did. We were called in before the ink on the arrest papers were even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? Oh my god, it was also on Christmas Eve. The DL6 was right around Christmas. The ISL was... Oh, sorry, the IS7 was also around Christmas. The case that Phoenix investigated was also around Christmas. I guess that's the benefit of all the cases in this like judicial system going to court. Like basically within a week of them happening, is everything is almost Christmas. In the dark of night, at the end of the day, I saw two untimely saviors a coming my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we'll be soon. Whoa! Talk about an entrance. I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Oh, also, it just hit me. The hat Gregory is wearing is similar to the hat that Eddie ends up wearing, in the future. Don't know if it's the same hat, but it's an interesting touch. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it? That hair? That fro? Crazy. That jawline? Razor sharp. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. I look forward to representing you. So professional. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do everything I can to help. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. Edward! Cute. I mean, I guess it makes sense that Eddie is short for Edward. I was not thinking about that, though. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new at this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa? Tangaroa? What? It really is you? Samson Tangaroa? The world's greatest confectioner? You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. We're his pals. Wow! Thanks, Samson. I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Oh my god, look at the shoujo eyes and the sparkles. Incredible! It seems that he knows something of our client. Gregory's just like Edgeworth. It's like, I don't watch TV. Except for the Steel Samurai. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tangadora, the sitting dancing confectioner making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream. Chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. I have no idea what the beat's supposed to be. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. What, where? Over there! The oven's got something special to share. Ping! Now let's see what we've got for you. Oh my god, the frickin' card is jazz dancing. I almost started dancing alone. No way, I got to sin with Samson Takarora. This is a dream come true. Hey, thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand, now that we're done bonding. Of course, I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? Alright. Samson Tangaroa, about the incident. So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer? I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You really must enjoy making desserts. Ha ha! Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. Point. Papa Edgeworth looks so normal in the middle of all these characters, right? And welcome in, Freed. I was saying earlier that he's got a bit of like the Clark Kent vibe to him. Like an older Clark Kent. Like very handsome but older with like the slicked back hair kind of thing. I live to make sweets for others. Hey, they're just not things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations, the stuff that dreams are made of. Bro's making me want cake. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? About the incident. I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion? It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Oh shit. Inside one of your... No way! The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and... now I'm here. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim? Some of Gregory's gestures are a mix of Edgeworth and Phoenix from what I'm seeing. It's interesting. His name is Artie Frost. Wow. All these confectioners have jawlines that could cut glass. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? For many reasons, unfortunately. I'm sorry. He seems generally upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never. I don't even kill spiders. Seems quite sincere. Alright. I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory! Goodbye, Eddie! I'm counting on you both! December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room. We've got quite a mix of stuff in here. I'm assuming these were all, things for the contest. Brr, it's pretty cold out there, huh, Mr. E? I've never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. But just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome, everyone! Come on in! We'll have us some fun! Oh, no! Are you alright? I'm sorry? Did you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. There was no Gregory in that sentence. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. With this many doors, it ain't humble. Duty bound. It's an honor to meet you both. Like duty bound? I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaro is the assistant. You're no housekeeper, you're duty bound! The duty bound! You know a little something of my work. A little? I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bob's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bob be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. He's like, not my kid. Gregory's like, not my kid. My kid doesn't watch that. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious, sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this, check it out. Oh, not again. Oh, not the song again. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel tool, fluffy shoe cream, tiramisu. Welcome back from Lunch Ranger. Everyone come along. baking treats with a smile and a song. Where? Who? There, it's true. The oven's got something special for you. Ping. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too? I'll suggest it later. Oh, interesting. But all that dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Clink, 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 clatter, clatter. Not the frickin' gold teacups. This is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Really? I'm gonna need to get me some of that stuff. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly. I'm afraid some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They got star-shaped teacups in France? They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Have you heard of him? Or, not Paul, Paul. Gotta say it with the French accent. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am! These teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I was the one who found the body, you see. Gasp! You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was discovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest judgment phase when... I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Welp. Samson? Are you in there? Wow! Ah! I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He would never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. The others? You got people here? Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. Damn. That is a crazy cake. No way! Everything in this room's made of chocolate. Chocolate? I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal. Also, if all this stuff is made from chocolate, it must be frigid in here to keep it from melting. I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. The chills are multiplying. That might be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Oh, hey, I called it. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Defense on the scene already. That was fast. Hey, it's Detective Bad. A pleasure to meet you, Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge is named Bad. A man of few words. Why is he in the paper? Something about that just doesn't taste right. You're eating your notepaper? He likes to chew over his thoughts, rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him digest and remember them. And bro probably has the worst frickin' diarrhea on the regular. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit that's easier said than done. Bro's gonna end up going to the hospital for ink poisoning at some point. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? Why? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangaroa's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. Even put words in their client's mouth. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. Huh. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah? What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent? And you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. Come on, keep up. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. Huh. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? Must admit, I didn't see that coming either. Like father, like son. We'd better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E! Let's get this over with. Begin investigation! Damn. Our gumshoe is so much more badass. This is a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. You think one of them could be the murder weapon? No, they're all made out of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning someone to death with one of them. I don't know about that. Have you seen how hard chocolate gets when it melts and then it solidifies again? Like in the fridge? Tell what's real in here. They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. A true testament to Mr. Tangaroa's skills. What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here. And what have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water is circulated back to the rooms. Unusual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks, they're all crazy. Truer words have never been spoken. How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard, or... Yes, sir! So, there is? Oh, no there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, you do have something to add? Oh, no. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set is one of the same design as the one Miss Bound served us with earlier. Think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? That is... Where do you even pour? Like, I see where you would add the water, but where would you pour out? The pot and cup were dusted for prints. His were the only ones they found. And that was the case for the utensils, too. Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And if Mr. Tankaro was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries, that I could explain why prints were only found on the teapot and cup. A polhalik piece with Tangaroa's fingerprints on it. Alright, ad break is kicking off. I will be right back real quick. I'm gonna get up and stretch. I'm also a little bit hungry again, so I think I'm gonna get some more rice to munch on. I will be right back then. Hold tight. Hold tight. Meow. Where's Diana? I'm here, I'm here. I just took a quick break. I'm back. Hello. Object permanence. All right. He polishes his attorney patch every day. What a nerd. And he's 18. Oh my god, he's a baby. An actual baby. This guy's 39, 38, 16. My goodness. And then Tyrell was just 42. He was also baby, but not really. All right. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. They took it away already. But everything else is just how we found it. Fun! It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, woman by the name of Bound found it. Samson, are you in here? Samson was, in fact, not in here. Seems she heard something breaking and came in here to see what it was. If only we had just a little more information. Belliola is... Huh? It looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials, and an intricate shape carved into it. Sorry, cat distracted me for a second. I was like, what? If it's for making those fancy wax things on is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belonged to the victim? You mean a seal? It's possible. No idea. But it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that. Seal added to the court record. Is that everything? Nope. It's really rather impressive making an entire ship out of chocolate. That Samson Takaroa for you. Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? I don't know about that. Which part to bite first, though? You finally found the fix for something you've been struggling with. Let's go! That's wonderful. And I am doing well. I'm doing well. Bite any part of it, kid. You'll see. And you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin. I mean... Understandable. Hey, it was a joke! Stop staring at me like that. Nothing is more annoying than when all you gotta do is hit reset on all settings. Oof. Yeah, that would do it. Edgy ain't playing nice today, it seems. Technically this is his father. Technically this is Papa Edgeworth. We're in the past. See, it says Gregory. I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better. Tunnel visioning? Understandable. Is there anything else here? One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think? Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? Now that would just be crazy. If he was, this becomes an accidental death, not a murder. Which you would probably still be held somewhat responsible for? You too serious? Don't worry, detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. Oh, this is awkward. Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Death was from blunt force trauma. You ever watched Detective Conan? I've seen a couple episodes here and there. Haven't seen all of it. It's quite a large series, but I have seen a couple episodes. And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. The detective's not not one for sharing much, I see. Yeah, that's Detective Bad for you. Hope I enjoyed them. I did! This was a long time ago, though. I just picked it up randomly because an artist I was really into at the time really liked Detective Conan, so I decided to give it a try. I think at the time they were a little difficult to find because everything was torrented. So what I consumed was kind of sporadic. Would you mind if we borrowed this? No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. I like to watch it in some of the movies with the beans. Yeah, I mean... We're watching longer series now, but isn't the Detective Conan anime still ongoing? Like, that one might be just a little too chunky to watch in its entirety. But maybe like like 25 episodes worth or something like that. Only like 100? Yeah. Y'all, people were roasting One Piece for being like thousands of episodes. Which, I mean, is fair, but... Yeah, Detective Conan's still going, just like One Piece. Case closed 1996 to present. Think that makes it technically longer than the One Piece anime? Because I think the One Piece anime was like 1999? We're almost hitting 100 with Prince of Tennis. No, I agree. Over 1,150 episodes have aired in Japan. As of the time the Wikipedia article wrote that, so... Y'all roasting One Piece? Let me introduce you to frickin' Jimmy Kudo. As he was called in the dub. Jimmy Kudo is a great localization name. Is it though? Is it though? Listen, Mama Bean. I'm listening doesn't mean I'll agree with you. No, it means that it develops the pictures right then and there when you take them. What? A Polaroid? If I was ever to swing that way... I think you already do swing that way. If, what was his name, Akutsu? And Prince of Tennis was anything to react by? An instant camera, like it's disposable? Oh no. Can you imagine an instant disposable camera? For fictional characters, not wrong. Fair enough. No way! Sounds pretty convenient, kiddo. You're 18 years old? This is like... 2003? You should know what a Polaroid camera is. Come on. I'm sure you can sympathize. They make jokes online. It's like, a lesbian and her emotional support anime man. Because hang on one sec. I'm trying to see what year this case took place in. Because I feel like it's weird that Eddie doesn't know what a Polaroid camera is, if I'm thinking of the timeline right. December 24th, 2000. Oh, come on, Eddie. Eddie, you should know what a Polaroid is. Are you serious, RT? Are you jerking my leg that you don't know what a Polaroid is? Or are you... Yeah, okay. Because I would have answered you honestly. Because, I mean, Polaroid cameras are still a thing. But they're not... Like, they had, like, a moment where they got really popular again, and then they died out again. Eddie's just being weird, I guess. Because this is... If this was 2000, and he's 18 years old, he would have been, like, 10 years old during, like, you know, the maximum popularity of Polaroid cameras. Because, I mean, I vaguely remember them, but they were already kind of falling out of favor in the mid-90s. I vaguely remember them because I thought they were cool, and I was always excited when someone had them, but I was, like, between the ages of 4 and 6, you know? So Eddie, so, like, for me, I was like, there's no way, like, come on, Eddie. There's no way you can't know. It's like, if I, as, like, a 4-year-old in the 90s, knew what a Polaroid camera was, there's no way. You know what no one really remembers? Cassette tapes? Ah, cassette tapes. Good old cassette tapes. Be kind. Don't forget to rewind. That was like frickin' like a Blockbuster slogan back in the day. Had a little player on his hip. I think I had one of those. I had a Barbie one. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. Yeah, it was fashionable. I mean, like, everyone likes to be like, oh, you know, people did used to, like, you know, put their headphones in and ignore each other, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sure, people did. Sure, people did. It was just more inconvenient to carry your music around before, you know, phone, like, digitization. Because, I mean, I remember being on a road trip with, like, my portable CD player, and I had, like, a full, like, CD binder of CDs that, like, I burnt with, like, you know, anime songs. You really love those old devices? They do have an appeal. They were kind of clunky and square looking. Very different nowadays to everything having, you know, rounded edges and stuff. You wanted a fax machine, really? Also, twinkling watermelon, what the fuck? just because that is such a K-drama name. Like, the titles of K-dramas never make sense. It's about a guitar band. That's even worse. That makes so much sense, but that's even worse. Why did you want a fax machine? I am assuming they used one in the show. "2023 K-drama." Ah, yeah. I was already out of my K-pop K-drama phase by this point. Oh! Twinkling Watermelon tells the story of a Coda boy, aka a child of deaf adult, with the natural talent for music, who fights with his father to pursue his dream of becoming a guitarist in the band. After the fight, he travels back in time to 1995. He joins a band with his childhood father and forms a band called Watermelon Sugar, with a suspicious youth he meets there. Of course there's time travel! Oh my god. It's better to actually watch. I'm not, like, laughing because I think it's a bad premise or anything. I'm just laughing at how extremely K-drama this is. Because K-drama plots are always crazy. Listen. There was one I watched on Netflix about all these girls with different personalities living in a house together. And literally in the first episode, one of the girl in her eternal monologue talks about how she killed someone. And they don't touch that for like 6+ episodes. And I'm like, we're just chilling with this here? Okay. The apothecary technically uses fax machines. It's digitized though, like you could send it through digital fax now. Because technically it's considered a more secure way to send like payment information rather than like, you know, sending your credit card number over email kind of thing. Dun, dun. Yeah, now I'm caught up reading the summary of the show. I gotta look away. I need to call my powers of deduction to figure this out. Sorry, Gregory. Twinkling a Watermelon was just so enticing. Time to put some things together. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Mrs. Bound running. Yeah, said the ship had already keeled over by the time she got there. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? You're going on another date? Is it the same boy? Or is this a new boy? I wasn't even going to say anything except congratulations, but you already opened the door. It's another guy. Gotcha. Well, I hope it goes well. Just lining them up. That's our bean. Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? I mean, anything's possible, right? It's in 2 weeks? Nice! He seems nice, though. He better be, or we're coming to California to beat his ass. I mean, what? Nope, they don't connect. Okay. Who said that? I don't know. The wind. There's some violent ghost in this house, I guess. Must have been the wind. Must have. A well-equipped kitchen, as one might expect. Hey, there's a step ladder in the corner. An Ace Attorney, staple. Sadly, it doesn't look there's much to be found in the way of clues. Nothing of interest in the fridge either. We checked. You checked the fridge? You didn't even find a sandwich in there? Really? Got anything else? We got anything else? Before we talk to this obvious guy. Oh, we can probably deduce something, but I don't think we have a lot of clues yet. Yeah, not much. All right. Let's go talk to this guy then. And you are? Sorry. Meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh my god. This guy looks like he should be in the woods wrestling bears or something. Yeah, I mean, going to eat is a pretty normal first date and also a good one. Because on a first date, you want to go somewhere where you can actually talk and get to know the person. Like, going to a movie, first date, I mean, like, is it terrible? If you're gonna, like, hang out before or after the movie, so you actually have time to, like, get to know each other. Movie's not a good idea. That's why I gave it the caveat. It's a good idea if you're doing other stuff. Because, I mean, I've said it before that, like, I wouldn't mind going to a movie as a date if the person afterwards was like, okay, tell me your thoughts, because I really like talking about movies and TV shows and, like, analyzing media and the plots and stuff. So for me, like, it would be good if, like, someone used it because, it's related to some of my interests. That shows that they pay attention to what I like. But yeah, different dates are not for everyone. And I mean, same energy. Sometimes that's a fair point, right? See? Dee Dee knows. But yeah, you do gotta take the person into consideration because some people say, like, doing some activity together, like an adventure or something like that, is a great first date idea. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, depending on the person, like, if I just met you and you're taking me rock climbing or something, I'd be like, why? Because once again, not really a situation where you get to learn about the person. Like, if rock climbing is their interest and they want to show off or something, then it's like, that could have been a date 2 kind of thing, Always love how talking to you is like actually talking to your big sister. Ah, yeah, you've said that before. That's a nice compliment. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth, a pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. Like Darabelle? The K-drama stuff heavily gave you those vibes? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, like, I fell out of K-pop and, like, K-drama stuff when I got into VTubers. But it was one of those things I was talking to Iduna about. I'm like, I should have known I'd really get into VTubers, especially the corporate ones. Because, first I was into J-pop idols, and then I got into K-pop idols, and now I'm into live 2D live 2D idols. Like, it just perfectly fit my personality. Oh my god. So many K-dramas will make you cry, though. That's the thing, right? What's my favorite ice cream? I really like matcha. Like green tea. Also red bean. Ice cream is really good. Top 5 flavors. Ube, matcha, red bean, classic vanilla, and like coffee. People who tried it say it's really good. It is, in fact, really good. Mocha? Mocha is good as well, yes. Vanilla has been my go-to since I was little, but yeah. I tend to like more savory flavors versus just pure sweetness. So, I mean, chocolate isn't like a bad ice cream flavor, but like, I prefer to go for like, something like that's like, matcha or like red bean or something like that. Iduna really likes coconut ice cream, but I feel like that'd be too sweet for me, so I've never had it. But yeah. But yeah, no, if you ever get a chance to try ube ice cream, please do. I had it once on a whim because Iduna and I went to go get ice cream at one of the shops where they scoop it for you and put it in a cone or like whatever. And they had ube as like a special limited time flavor, and I was curious. And like and literally I was like, I looked for it at like the grocery stores. The only place that has it is Walmart, and I'm like, man, like this isn't the worst. But I live far enough away from a Walmart that I'd have to bus, and I'm like, oh, it's summer, it would melt. Frick! But like that's how good ube ice cream is. I had it one time and immediately I wanted to buy like a bucket of it. Like ube's kind of related to a sweet potato, so if you like sweet potato anything, you would definitely like ube ice cream. And yes, Art, I was into a lot of K-pop stuff. I'm the old guard. Literally, I was listening to K-pop Demon Hunter OST in the car with Iduna and Ace. Because I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, and I was like, you know what this reminds me of? And Iduna's like, what? I'm like, it's the brown-eyed girls. Which is like older K-pop, but not like super old K-pop kind of thing. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? Damn. The art of air and sugar. No way! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse! It's a dragon. Noble soaring creature of the skies. Okay, but look. Seahorses in Japanese mythology are considered baby dragons, so, you know, it's fine. Why is there a giant ship in the middle of the kitchen? Because they're investigating a murder that happened at, like, a confectioner's contest. So it's made of chocolate. It was one of the competition pieces. That's a dragon? It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. I want it. I eat it. No, don't! It's evidence! There's blood on it! That's why I'm headed to Shenfa when this is all over. I need to train. Hard. Ew, never mind then. Yeah. You can't see it in this photo because Gregory's blocking it, but there's like a dead body in like the treasure chest. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So, what were you all doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. Can't hurt, right? Carmelo Gusto. The Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. Sugar blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. They're so cool! I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. Also, I'm just remembering. I never told you, did I? Told me what? You got her cats again! Meow. Meow. You know how it goes. You must beep beep. This is a cat posting checkpoint. You must post a photo. They're in another room. Shh. Since League wants to be mean to me, I'll be here. What? I'm your second choice then? I can't believe it. You heard that? You heard that, guys? We're only good to him when League lets him down. Stop it, that actually made my heart sink. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I take it back. I take it back. I'm sorry. I thought it'd be a funny joke. I'm sorry. Here, I'll put myself in the Shadow Realm as punishment. Hang on. Boop. Help! It's really dingy. It's like really dark down here. Why are there so many cobwebs? I self-banished myself to the Shadow Realm. I'm kind of regretting this now. Hang on. I think I can find the light switch. Hang on. How can we hear you then? Because I'm frickin' God. I make the rules. That way, it doesn't matter when I make a mess. Sir, I have questions. The way of the confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning. Not until you die. The way of the confectioner sounds like a lone one, too, if he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. Yeah, that is quite something. The moment I came back, Enderman, oh no. Confectionery contest. What can you tell us about the contest? I feel exhausted now. Rip. Take it easy, take it easy. Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art. Shower time! Bow, bow! Confectionery as art. Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate. Sending someone to the Shadow Realm. That's why I self-banished myself. Oh my god. Oh no. Not the edible gummies. If you can't outdo the god of confections himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? Do 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 do. We share the same brain frequency. Something, 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 huh? That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. I see. Kudo! Objection! So, you're competing for a title, effectively. And a treasure, the ultimate cookbook. Oh my god, this is like One Piece. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's a list of rules that were given out to the contestants. Healthy incident. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. Damn. They kept that on your wraps. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds about then. He left his own room and then worked his way around the venue clockwise. So technically, there was ample time to put a body in this room. My creations were the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. Ah, yes, Miss Scone. It was Miss Scone in the elevator with the blowtorch. Ruthless, brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice, sculpture this time, or so I heard. Bond found the body while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tankadora went right on judging. Claims he didn't know a thing about it. Until afterwards. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. That is a little suspicious. Usually, I mean, I feel like in contests and stuff, they will judge your work even if you're not there, but usually you have to be there. Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece on the wall here, the one in the frame. The one in the frame, you say? Something seemed like something was off. Thought I'd better ask. Angel's cookbook. Angel beset by thorns. Damn. But then you bozo showed up. Look, my bad. I'm sorry. Sheesh. Everybody's a critic. Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out? Of course, confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's very kind of you. A diary of despair. It's a journal belonging to the captain of the chocolate ship. Also made of chocolate. A diary of despair. That's some title. Come, hearken, see how we crossed the sea and rode the red tide to misery. What a jaunty rhyme for such a tragic-sounding tale. The Light of Life, a candelabra made of chocolate, with only 2 flames. There's a title here, The Light of Life. Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its life-giving flames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning, or could it be... Looks like a fire alarm. Yeah, and before you start prodding, it's not made of chocolate. Damn, how did you know? Push it and bells will start ringing. People will come running from the security room. Whole bunch of hassle. So don't. I know you want to, but don't. Honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. This guy is just Detective Gumshoe. Typical attorney. Well, that's rude. What does being an attorney have to do with anything? Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. There's a freaking handprint on it. I just realized that. Like, I noticed there was, like, a leaf missing, but also freaking handprint. The ultimate cookbook, in other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made out of chocolate after all? No, the book is simply enframed in some. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when we gathered here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time. Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame? Something's missing? Ah, the oddity Detective Bad was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier. Yes. You're right, Detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me. Huh? What's missing? I better show Eddie.
Take that.
Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side. That's not like Tangaroa at all. The balance is all wrong. That's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. Oh shit, you're right. That's why the one flame's missing. You're right. The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? It does seem to be the case. Or did Tangaroa just want it to look like somebody messed with his work? He never do that to his own creations! Never! Does have some deeper meaning for the case. Must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Can we look at the giant frickin' handprint? Thank you. Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. No fingerprints? No ID. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important. Someone left finger marks on the chocolate frame, but didn't leave any prints. It's a real head scratcher, all right. Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Aw, where's your sense of romance, of adventure? There doesn't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie. Achoo! Are you alright, Eddie? Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. Heh, I didn't I? Aww. That's cute. Why do they have the heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall. What panel? Ah, that one. Ah, look at that! It was here this whole time! There's one in each of the contest rooms. Tangaroa hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our work. And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit! Why on earth would you need to do that? My god. Minus 22 Fahrenheit! Oh my god. Minus 30 Celsius. Oof. Oh, that's nippy. That is full-on Canadian winter right there. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's 59 degrees in here! No wonder I'm cold! I'd die? Yeah. It all depends on how you acclimatize, right? Like, I'm used to the cold, so if it's minus 30, I can run outside very, very briefly. Like, literally, like, under 5 minutes? Like, just to, like, you know, throw out the garbage, basically. Run outside? Yeah. That's where the garbage can is. Like, that's where the dumpsters for my building are. They're outside. Like, I can grab a coat, but, like, if I'm wearing, like, a thick sweater, it's faster to just, like, go as is. We throwing it out the window? You want to go to jail? My god. You don't care? People die if you throw stuff off balconies from high enough above, buddy. You could kill someone by dropping a penny off the Empire State Building. Or, I don't know if you could kill, but like they did, I think did they disprove that one? I can't remember, but like you can do a lot of damage based on gravity if you drop something. I'm not gonna nuke someone? You just said you were gonna throw the garbage out the window. It can happen. You never know who's gonna be walking underneath. Especially since my apartment is technically above the back door. I have literally been sweeping my balcony and accidentally swept stuff onto someone as they were coming out the door because I was too vigorous when I was sweeping and like, you know, some got away from me. Yeah, simple physics are just using the basic part of your brain to tell stuff falling from high ground equals bad. No, 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 no. But the cold? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Look. I had a coworker who was from the Bahamas. She's adjusted okay. She still doesn't like the cold, but she deals with it. You would be okay for 5 minutes running to the garbage. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. No, we cannot turn up the heat. But I'm no detective. The same goes for us attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Yes, Zexu, it's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperature by heart, huh? Guess it is your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you more. Alright, what about our lollipops? And cream? Asking all the real questions here. If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees. Actually, the military or being a police officer was my main goal. I remember you saying that. The cold? I mean, what if you want to be in the military? What if you got deployed somewhere cold? What if you got sent to, like, Russia or something? I don't know what the likelihood of that is. I'm just speaking, like, pure hypotheticals here. I don't believe there's anything more to be found here. Okay. I do have a point, of course I do. I'm Mama Bean. I'm always right. I take it back. No take backs. No take backs. That's not how it works. You can't take your words back. You gotta be careful what you say. I don't like your tone. I don't like your tone, mister. Behave yourself, young man. These controls can be used to adjust the room's temperature and lighting. Red, yellow, green, dark blue, light blue, white. That's a huge range. Temperature set to 59 degrees, light colors set to white. You know what? What? You talking back now? I didn't raise no beans to talk back to me. Now, what was that? Something about, the pieces on here are made of chocolate. White light makes them look better. Interesting. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Okay. Can we deduce anything? Damaged creations? There we go. All of Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece of each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely assume, or safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell. It smashed open the treasure chest. Which would have remained closed otherwise. Picture is not made of chocolate. It's the cover of a book. The ultimate cookbook. Now I know what's been bugging me. Hearing the ultimate whatevers just makes me think of Danganronpa. This entire time I've been like, there's something a little off about this. There's something bothering me. I don't know what it is. Yes, and framed in chocolate. Tangaroa showed it to us all when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew the grand prize was in this room the whole time. Well, looks like everything then. Your computer's running low on storage space. God damn it. Got a random pop-up. I've been neglectful uploading my VODs and stuff. I need to set some time aside to do that. A real crime scene! This is so exciting! This isn't a game, Eddie. I need you to take it seriously. Don't worry, Mr. E. I'm taking notes on everything. You are? What kind of notes? I'm not playing around, Edward. Take this seriously. Yes, Mr. Edward. Oh, we did check these. Gloves. Tangaroa wore them when he was working on his masterpiece over there. They're conveniently good at hiding fingerprints, too. I suppose it's possible to employ them in such a manner. But is it really all that suspicious to find a pair of gloves in a kitchen like this? I'm a detective. Everything's suspicious. That's the job. Fair enough. think we've looked at everything. Now it's putting stuff together. Listing the rules of the contest. Whoops. Do, 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 do. Judging will proceed clockwise. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decorations. Stands and display materials will be provided. Yeah, where'd the bloodstain go?
Eureka!
Even he says Eureka! He said the only thing that had been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah? That and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in. Then something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing as someone took the chunk of chocolate out. Huh, you're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is it, Mr. E? What did you figure out? Oh, Eddie. We in trouble now. Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet, that part of the chest is now gone. Oh! The part with blood all over it. Exactly. That looks tasty. I know it looks tasty. Don't eat it though. Don't eat it though. It's a crime scene. There was blood on that. Exactly. So did the police remove it? Or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene. Could be. Ah, last thing we had to find. Perfect. Investigation complete. I think we're about done here for now. Well, I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place lock from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? Obvious question, but... Who do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. Because of course. With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room. Anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted to. But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope, which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? Uh-oh. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. Oh, God. This is the logic we're doing? Really? Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up, so he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Do you also believe that it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yup. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Heh. Do your worst. The old man Yaoi is going strong today. Just as the detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not just about to accept his version of and I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. All right. Do do do. Let's see. But. We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest. And then Mr. Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound. So, like, he couldn't have been the one to do it himself, because she would have caught him. It seems very reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. Oh no! Not enough space to continue recording. Damn. Hold on one sec. I mean, I can always download the VOD off Twitch, but oof. Apparently, I need to do some space management, like, tonight. And it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tonkador, who was out judging the contest at the time. I never said he did it then and there. Could have done something to the stand so it collapsed when he was in the middle of judging. Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in the room beside those of Mr. Tagaroa? Yep. On the door. But we found Tagaroa and frost prints on there too. We were all brought in here for a briefing right before we started to work on our creations. The prints are probably from then. I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet? Why would... We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints when they did so. Good point. Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it. You, check all of this chocolate stuff for prints, now! Yes, sir, right away! Detective Bad! We finished dusting the chocolate, and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tankaroa, sir! Go on, whose? Delicia Scone, sir! She's one of the contestants! Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before. Yes, sir! So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa. Huh. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up this investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone. See what she has to say for herself. Delicia Scone. Mr. Gusto messenger her too. He said she was ruthless. That she'd do anything to win. This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes, I think we'd better try to speak with her ourselves. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you? Babysitting you was not my job. Aw, come on. But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest, put our service to the test. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. But Detective Bad, sir! I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor's still busy in there. He'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Is this Von Karma? Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to? Manfred Von Karma. Ah, yes, of course. What? They gave it to Von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred Von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right. Yeah! Alright, this seems like a good place to stop. Especially since my PC's like, you're out of space? Fix the shit! No! Alright. Time to organize my stuff. And... Ta-da! Alright, tomorrow I believe we are playing Umineko. Let me see real quick. Where is... There it is. There's my schedule. Yes, indeed. It is Umineko tomorrow. We shall continue investigating all the stuff happening on the island. We're in chapter 3. There's some stuff about Ava. There's stuff about Beatrice. Maria just met up with Beatrice. Some good stuff will be coming. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST. If you would like to come along. And for now, let's see here. Sato is playing Higurashi. Speaking of Ryu Kishinana stuff, perfect. Alrighty. Let's send you all over to Sato. Some visual novel shenanigans. So here is Raid. Here is Discord. If anyone wants to keep up with us when we're not streaming. So for now, that's going to be it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. So for now, take care of yourselves. If it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. Until next time, take care of yourself. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat a good food. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.